lifestyle. Sports cards and we live now. Jeremy Lee in the building and every guest that you ever needed. Sports cards after hours keep the hobby heated. Updates, hobby talk like you never seen it. Sports cards live and none could ever beat it. Sports cards is a lifestyle. Sports cards and we live now. Welcome to another episode of Sports Cards Live with your host, Jeremy Lee.
All right, guys, what is going on? Welcome to another episode of MC Mondays Live for the MC Mondays Showcase Auction here on February 24th, 2025. My name is Jeremy Lee, and I'm excited to be back. Let's bring out none other than the crystal ball, Mr. Michael Hathaway. What's going on, buddy? Welcome back. How are you?
I'm doing great, Jeremy. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm in Studio B tonight, everybody. I'm coming live to you from Studio B in Winnipeg, but I'm glad to be here, and it's been a while since I've done a show from this studio. I also just noticed, I don't know what that was, but that 30-second countdown, that was new music.
That was a jam. I like that.
I never heard that before. I don't know.
Where'd that come from?
That caught me off guard. They changed it up on me, I guess, over there on StreamYard. Well, welcome, everybody. Good to be here. And okay, let's just address some comments right out of the gate here. Michael, Andrew, Marks, light the fire. What's going on? Josh Jarrahs, welcome to the show. Jacob Dahl, good to see ya. We got Dylan Rantucci here as always. Loves MC Mondays. Josh, my weekend was good. I'm glad to be. I'm heading home tomorrow. Linda's first. Welcome to the show. Says new look from Jeremy. Only tonight. I'll be back in Studio A. Come next show. See Chris Trout. What's going on, Chris? Good to see you. And Orlando is here from A Collector's Dream. Guys, I think we've got 56 killer auctions tonight, Michael. But before we jump in and start looking at the items, I wanted to address an issue that I noticed on the MC Sports Cards Instagram account earlier today that I thought was just awesome. Just awesome the way. If you guys don't know, MC stands for Mike Kantz. Mike is the founder of MC Sports Cards. And I just love the way he handled this issue. And I wanted to, and I said, Mike, do you want to come on and talk about this? He said, I can't. Got an airport run to do, so I'm not going to be able to do it. But I said, well, that's fine. We'll talk about it on the show anyway. And it just has to do with how MC Sports Cards handles specific cases of when items that they are selling for their clients are being shill bid. And so what do you think, Michael? Should we share the post that Mike put out on Instagram? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. So guys, this is a story post that went on the consign_with_MC account on Instagram. It says, looks like Pulse Trading Card is shilling up auctions of their cheap products and not paying. We have 4 Pulse football boxes that were won by 4 newly created accounts. All 4 accounts have the same phone number. See next slide. Let's go to the next slide. The phone number on all the accounts belongs to Nicholas Lodato. Okay, fair enough. And let's go to the next slide. And he says here, 4 of the fake names that they use, looking at other auctions, almost all have 0 feedback bidders winning. Any comment from Paul? So basically what's going on here, guys, is that MC Sports Cards has called out someone who is consigning items to them, to MC Sports Cards, and then shilling those items. And
slight difference. So Lodato is the founder of Pulse Trading Cards. So he did not consign the items. The items were sent in by somebody who earnestly, legitimately said, hey, I'm going to sell, some sealed product. And just to hype ourselves up, we do a really good job of quickly and efficiently processing sealed. So somebody sent in the boxes, and lo and behold, the gentleman who runs Pulse Trading decided that he was going to prop up the market on his own product and is going around not just on our auctions, but on other auctions, bidding on them from what we can tell. And so as a result, we don't, when people come in, 0 feedback accounts bid up items, if it seems to be unrelated, typically we'll just block the account, move on with life. If we realize that it's the consignor shilling their own item, we're going to block their account from bidding on our auctions. We're going to charge them the fees, and we're going to say, listen, we're either sending this back to you and don't send cards to us again, or we're going to run the auction again. We're still charging you the fees for the first time. And, again, their account has been blocked. We're going to watch it and don't send us items again. But when it's somebody else who comes in and they're doing something untoward and they are somebody who is notable in the hobby, who has a business presence in the hobby, the reality is that you want to be responsible and shine some light on people who are doing negative things in the hobby. And, every now and again, Mike and Moody, they do decide to use, the magic of Instagram and really shine a light on when people are doing things that, one, make the hobby less fun for everybody, and two, make it harder to do business in cards, because that's really what this does. It makes it less fun for people. It makes it harder for folks to do business in cards. And that's not at all what we want. And that's not at all anything that we want touching the brand. And so Mike and Moody do occasionally decide to, put somebody on a little bit of heat, and they do a great job of picking or choosing their spots. And this is a great spot.
What I saw a couple other prominent Instagram accounts commending MC Sports Cards for doing that and saying, that this is how you earn my business, by running the auctions properly. And like Linda's first says, call out the corrupt players in our hobby. I love it. But we got to talk about this card right here because it ends in 27 seconds. This is the new PMG Red Michael Jordan from 2024 Skybox Metal Universe out of 100. What do you think of this card, Michael? It's pretty sweet, if I might say so myself.
I love it. That deep rich color that's in all PMGs is there. And I love that they use the Nike promo shot. Like, it's already such an iconic image in cards, and like the color match is just perfect. I love it.
Beautiful. 5 seconds left to go. We're 6,454 bids, guys. There we go. 68.51 comes into the last moment. Congratulations. That's the first sale of that card that I have seen. And that was definitely a pretty card. This one ended at the same time. The Mbappe Kaboom just sold for $6,100. And here we have a minute left on this one. Jude Bellingham, 2020 Topps Finest, Orange Refractor Auto out of 15, Michael. It's a PSA 10. I always like to look at those autographs. Very nice auto right there. I believe it's on a sticker, but that's what we get with a lot of soccer cards for sure. $1,330 as we sit right now with 33 seconds left. 49 bids already, Michael. Tell us about this card, Jude Bellingham.
Yeah, so very low pop. As far as I could tell, it's pop 2. Last sale was $6,700 in July. Jude's market has kind of come down since then. A lot of people are really excited about Lamine Yamal, so we'd like to see it get higher here, but I don't know if we're going to match that $6,700 just because of where the market's interested right now.
All right, well, 8 seconds left, guys, to get your final bids in. We're at $1,330. The clock is ticking down. 2 seconds. Will we see action? One little bid comes in, $1,380. A cheeky little bid sneaks its way through. Now, this card is already at $9,200. It is an Ellie De La Cruz 2022 Bowman Chrome First Orange Shimmer Refractor Auto, numbered out of 25. It's got the double dimes, 10 on the card, 10 on the auto. Auto is beautiful right there. There's a serial number 2 at 25. Michael, do you have any comp data on a card like this out of 25?
Yeah, actually, one of these just sold a couple months ago in October for $9,500. So we're sitting right there. Another one had sold previously for about $9K. So we're right in that range that you want to be in. Obviously, spring training, people are starting to get excited about baseball again. And, Ellie is such a guy that is so easy to get excited about because of the way that he plays the game and is so exciting and dynamic. The Reds put a good little team together, so I think we'll see a little action here. 7 seconds to go. If you're watching on Instagram, guys, come on over to the YouTube channel. Link in my bio. 3 seconds left. $9,200. Looks like that is going to stand pat and be the final price. Congrats to the new owner of the Ellie De La Cruz. Now, here's a card I love. I own a copy of this in this grade. If anybody out there remembers, back in 1990-91, this was the card. I'm not going to say the whole hobby, but it was the card in hockey. That is for sure. It's a PSA 10, 1988 O-Pee-Chee Brett Hull rookie card. It's a pop 63 in PSA 10. For a junk wax era type card, I'd expect there to be more of those, but there are not. O-Pee-Chee did not do a great job producing their cards. This one looks very, very sharp to me. 2008-77, Michael, what have these been selling for lately? They sell right around 4,000, kind of 4 to low 4s. So we should see a little action here. And, hopefully somebody scoops a great hockey piece for the PC. Let's see what happens. 7 seconds again. If you're on Instagram, come on over to YouTube, guys. Join the chat. There's a bit to 3181. Will we see further action? 4,150 comes through and puts us right where the crystal ball expected us to be. Robert Scott actually said, evening all, polish that crystal ball. Hello to Jeff McMahon. Welcome to the show.
Good to see you. Kevin Hawthorne's coming at us from Lakeland, Florida. Good to see you, Kevin, as always. And Brett S. says, great job, MC Sports Cards, regarding the shilling. And of course, I will second that. Okay, guys, we have a PSA 7, 86 Fleer Michael Jordan rookie, $5,800. How's that price looking right now, Michael?
That's actually pretty good. I mean, PSA 7s are typically going to do around kind of 4,500 to 6,000, really depending on, centering and appeal. This is a solid 7. It's not, it's not like you're getting a 9 secretly, but it's a good copy and that price is reflecting it. I don't think we'll see anything at the end here.
Outside of the centering, this is a very sharp copy. 3 seconds left, still at 5,800, 38 bids. Looks like that's going to do it on the Jordan 86 Fleer PSA 7 rookie. We have a Jalen Brunson 2018 National Treasures first off the line RPA, numbered 11 of only 20 copies. A really nice patch on this one. Autograph is blazing perfect. We're at $7,155 on this right now, guys. 40 seconds left, 28 bids. Michael, how is Jalen Brunson doing hobby-wise lately?
I mean, he's doing well. Like, a lot of people are really excited about that next team. They've been doing fantastic. The fact that he's from New York, he's playing in New York, you just love that storyline aspect that they brought a lot of guys from that Villanova National Championship back together. There's a lot of really fun narratives going in there, and he's been playing great. And that price shows this. These typically we're doing around kind of 5K, maybe up to like 5,500, and we're blowing that out of the water. So I'm thrilled.
Yeah, the price seems healthy to me. 4 seconds left, guys. Still at $7,155, 28 bids. And again, that's going to do it. The bidders are coming out early, strong, and confidently is what I'm noticing. Daniel A., good to see you, my friend. Welcome to the show. Next up, Victor Wembanyama, 2023 Select Rookie Concourse Gold Prism, 4 of 10 copies produced. This is a PSA 10. Michael, I'm really first of all, I love the looks of this card. I'm really curious on the population of this card with only 10 copies produced, and maybe comp data if you have any.
Yeah, so this is a pop 4. The last sale of the PSA 10 was 6,200. That was a couple months ago. Obviously, with Wemby being out for the season, you got to imagine that that's hurting prices. So, I mean, where we're at right now, I'm pretty pleased because this auction has almost been entirely after that announcement. So, maybe we get to like 5,250, but I don't see it going much higher than this.
Okay, well, I think that's fair, and it's what you'd expect. Well, there we go to 5,555, guys, with 2 seconds to go. 5,555. It's only this season that he is out for. There is next season as well, and the rest of his career after that. If everything goes according to plan or goes well with his recovery. But next up, 1997-98 Flair Showcase Legacy Collection Row 1 rookie card of Tim Duncan, numbered 45 of 100 copies. It's a BGS 9.5. It's a True Gem Plus. We're getting that extra half-point bump on centering, which is a 10. I admit I'm not the biggest fan of these Legacy Collection Row 0, just the graphics, but people love them, and I get it. I think it's pretty. I don't mind it, but it's, I'd go with a different Duncan rookie card if it was me, but I'm in the minority there. Most people love these. How about you?
I think they're cool. I think it's definitely a 90s look, and it's fun. The neat thing here, this is a pop 10 with none higher. There are no PSA 10s, no BGS 10s, so this is as good as it gets for really in-demand parallel.
38.71 now, 53.75. It just jumps huge in the final 2 seconds. 5,375 on the Row 1 Legacy Tim Duncan. That's a big card, Michael. That's a big card, right?
Yeah, that's about 1,300
Museum in the house. Welcome, Junk Wax Museum. Sorry, Michael, what were you saying?
That's about 1,300 over what they usually do. I mean, they usually do right about like $3,800, so we'll take it.
Pretty good, guys. Here's a Tom Brady 2017 Flawless Greats autograph Ruby Auto, numbered 4 out of 5. It's a BGS 9, but we're getting 9.5 centering and 9.5 corners. The autograph grade's a 10. Autograph looks perfect to me as we sit. 20 seconds left, 4,700. Only 5 of these. Do you have any comps?
Yeah, last time one of these sold was actually a BGS 9 copy, $4,600 in August of 23. Brady's market has been up and down, so I'm pretty pleased with us just narrowly beating that out.
Yeah, I mean, we could. Oh, look at that. 5,251 comes through and beats it out by the wider. And 5,500 with a second left says, "You are mine. I'm taking you home tonight." All right, guys, we're going to switch gears here and go to a 2013 Topps UFC Bloodlines. This is the first rookie, Conor McGregor. It's a BGS 9.5 with a 10 auto. And Michael, is this card numbered? Do we know how many copies there are? Beautiful auto right there.
I don't believe this is numbered. These were short printed. First autos were typically a little harder to pull, and Bloodlines is a little bit of a shorter production run product anyways. It wasn't the biggest product in Topps's MMA suite. These are tough. They're actually tougher grades than you would think. So this is a Pop 76. So this is kind of about as good as it gets. And I mean, this is a key card when it comes to like the history of MMA cards. This is it, right? I mean, this is it.
All right, 5 seconds left, guys, on the Conor McGregor 3,250, 3,850 now. Final opportunity. 3,850 is going to hold and take home the McGregor autograph. All right, what do we have next? Well, look at it. It's her, everybody. It is the hobby phenom, Caitlin Clark, 2024 Select WNBA Courtside Tiger Prism PSA 10 rookie card. Another unnumbered card that is commanding a great amount of money here at $5,655, Michael. I have to think you've got some comp data on this, maybe Pop as well.
Yeah, so this is a Pop 4. I mean, this is a pretty tough card to pull, and then it's a tough grade. I mean, that surface is tough. So, Pop 4, and the last sale was for $4,800. So we're kind of blowing that out of the water, and I'm very pleased with that.
When was that last sale?
In January. So, I mean, this is not too far out, and we're doing really well here. So very pleased. Power promotion.
There we go, guys. 56.55, down to 4 seconds. Final opportunities to get in a bid is right now. Are we holding? It looks like we're going to hold $5,655 on the Caitlin Clark on bid number 44. That's going to bring us to our first Jaden Daniels of the night, 2024 Prism Red Choice rookie, 1 of 20, serial numbered 1 of 20. It's the bookend card, you guys. It's a PSA 10. It's a color match, Michael, on top of everything. I'm hearing more and more chatter on color match being the thing that is going to kind of separate some cards from others as the years go by. Not sure what your thoughts are on that. Feel free to share. Also curious on Pop and comps on this.
Once again, a Pop 4, but there's only a single sale of this, and it was raw, and that was for $4,000 last month. So going to be fun to kind of see where the PSA 10 market is at on these. Prism's been a little bit of a tough grade this year. And yeah, I love color matches. I think it really creates a compelling narrative to add the card to the PC, and we'll see.
And a bid. Okay, guys, 6,800. Now the bids are coming fast and furious. And 7,100 sneaks in and says, to heck with all of you. I'm taking this one home. And they do for $7,100 on the Jaden Daniels. All right, we have a Kaboom. The first one that we're going to actually get to look at tonight, Jordan Love, Panini Absolute Kaboom rookie card PSA 10. This is a pretty Kaboom, actually. And, I like Kabooms. I don't just love them, though, Michael. I like them. I do. And this one looks really, I like the action shots. I like the non-cartoon versions the most. This is a pretty card. $3,999, 46 bids. What do you think we're going to see out of this?
Yeah, I think we're going to see right around like $4,200 would be my guess. I think we're going to see someone come in the last 10 seconds here and just try to snag it away. It's a gorgeous card, and if you're a Jordan Love guy, I mean, this is a key card.
$3,999, 46 bids, 6 seconds to go. Will we see action? There's some action to $4,049. 1 more second to go. $4,049 is going to hold tight, and they are going to say thank you very much. Maybe they will bid on the Lamine Yamal, Panini, Donruss FIFA, Kaboom, rookie card, Barcelona, PSA 10, Michael. Another nice looking Kaboom. I don't know. I don't mind this. I can't believe how young this kid is as well. We're at $5,400. Are you expecting more action?
I think we'll see a little bit more. This is towards the higher end of the range they've been doing. But like you said, I mean, he's so young, and yet he just keeps racking up goals, racking up appearances, adding those accolades. And like, it's such an impressive resume at such a young age that guys are just thrilled to collect this kid.
All right, guys, we have 13 seconds to go on the Lamine Yamal Kaboom rookie 2023 PSA 10, $5,400, 29 bids, final 3 seconds. Now, here we go. Will we see action? No, sirree, Baba Louie, no further action. There we go on the Lamina Mall, $5,400. Good evening, Laura. Welcome to the show tonight. We have up next, guys, 2024 Prism Rookie Variation Gold, Michael Penix Jr. It's a PSA 10. It's a Pop 1 as well. Michael, have we seen any of these sell before?
A similar story. We've only seen a single raw sale, $4,300 back in January. So, you know, I mean, we're already at a decent little premium here, and we saw that Jane Daniels had, you know, just under a 2x premium. So you'd think maybe you get somewhere around that 7K, 8K mark. Gold Prism, PSA 10, checks all the boxes. I think the only question is, if you're an Atlanta guy, do you think this kid is the future?
What do you think?
I don't know. It was ups and downs this year.
All right, $6,877. 7,000. That thing just ended really quick on me all of a sudden. $7,077, you guys. Sorry, I wasn't watching the clock. I was just excited about the card. $7,077. All right. We see these profiles cards every so often here, guys. 1997 Upper Deck SP Authentic Profiles 3. This is a rookie card of Tim Duncan. It's a PSA 10 Gem Mint. It's numbered 89 out of only 100 copies produced. It is a Pop 4, and coincidentally, it is sitting at a bid of 4,444 as we speak. 27 bids, 25 seconds left to go. Michael, I have hand numbered on the front. Cool card. How do you like this piece?
I love this. I love these cards. Hand numbered, die cut, foil looks amazing in hand. They're tough grades, and I mean, this is a Duncan rookie, so this is really cool, and it's Pop 4. Like, I think we got to crack 5K here.
Well, we're at 4,494. 3 seconds to go. Will we see it? Will we see it? 44.94. Oh, the crystal ball needs a polish. There we go. 4,494. Linda's first son, Michael, says, I like color matching with the proliferation of parallels. It helps the collector narrow his focus in an aesthetical way. I love that. I think that's exactly right. All right, guys. Next up is the 2003 Topps Chrome Gold Refractor Kobe Bryant, numbered 22 of 99. Only 12 copies are PSA 10s out of the 99. 7,388. But look at the gold color matches with the Lakers jersey as well, Michael. Gotta love the purple and gold. Great image of Kobe here. What are your thoughts on this card?
I love this. It's such a great action shot of Kobe. The gold looks awesome. And I mean, 0304 Chrome is such an important hobby set because of that great rookie class. The last time one of these sold, it did $9,900. I think maybe we aim a little under that, like 9,500, 9,000, somewhere around there.
All right, 5 seconds to get there. $7,588. 8303, Michael. $8,303 on the Kobe. The snipers were waiting to attack, and they did. And next up is a Ja Morant 2019 Crown Royal Kaboom rookie card. It's a PSA 10. It's a Pop 29. I really like the picture. Listen, I usually don't fawn over Kabooms one after the other like I am tonight, but I really like the picture on this one. I think it's really nice. $4,650, 33 seconds left, 27 bids as we sit right now, Michael. And quickly, if you are watching on Instagram, come on over to YouTube, link in my bio. Come join the chat over there. And to the, what do we have, 14 people on Twitter? Feel free to come over to YouTube as well. Michael, over to you on this card.
Yeah, gorgeous, really key Ja rookie card, Pop 29. These usually do around like $4,800. So we're sitting right there. If we can crack 5, because the Grizzlies have been looking great, I'd love it. But
we do. 5,102 gets cracked, Michael. The crystal ball has redeemed himself, and we are back. Now, very quickly, Daniel says, are there any hockey cards tonight? Well, Daniel, let me tell you, my friend, there is what might be one of the nicest hockey cards. It's what my friend Adam Gray, the Real 27 guy, told me earlier today, might be the perfect card, and it's coming up tonight. That's all I'm going to tell you for now, Daniel. But in the meantime, Panini 1-in-1 downtown rookie card, Ja Morant again, PSA 10, Pop 28. We're at $4,049, 27 bids on this one. Michael, how do you like this downtown?
Really great image of Ja. Again, low pop. Again, key insert from this era. And, you know, kind of a similar price range. You're looking like $4,500. So got a little bit of room to go. Again, though, we got a nice number on that Kaboom. So you'd think that people are excited about Ja, excited about the Grizzlies, and that's going to carry over to this. At least I hope so.
Well, there's a bid to $4,099. 2 seconds left. Will we see further action? $4,099. That's going to do it tonight on that jaw downtown. All right, guys. Ronald Acuna Jr. This is a 1/1 2018 Topps Update Mini Gold rookie card. True 1/1 PSA 7. Well, it's a 1/1, so beggars can't be choosers on that. There's the stamp at the bottom right. As I look at the front of this card, it looks really clean to me. I don't see anything that tells me it's anything other than mint condition. But again, we're looking in 2 dimensions, so I'm not going to doubt the grade on this one. I often do doubt grades, but not on this one right now. 1,375. Michael, how do these minis do generally in the 1/1 format?
It kind of depends. It is a niche card that appeals to certain collectors, and other guys, they go, I'd really just rather put my money elsewhere. The last time the Acuna sold, it did $4,800, but that was before he had a couple injuries over the last 2 years. So I think we're seeing a reasonable number for this.
And we're gonna a little bid. Did you see the cheeky bid come in the final?
Came in right at the end.
Final 10.
Oh man, with the $25 bid, I love it.
1,475. All right, guys. Here is it looks like a kanji auto. Is that right? Or is that a
no? So these are foil stamp facsimile autos. So they are not signed. If you see someone selling them as signed, which people do like to try to do to scam people, do not pay for as though they're signed by Otani. This is really cool though. This is 2013 BBM, so that's the major Japanese producer of baseball cards. And this is his rookie card in Japan. And the gold foils number to 50, so a little rarer, and they don't pop up super often, like maybe twice a year. Last time one of these sold was back in November. BGS 9 did $4,400. It's a niche card. I mean, you're going to see variants on these kind of niche cards, so who knows where it's going to go.
2020 BGS 9 to PSA 9, not far. PSA 8, not far off. Really, 2,348 is what it does end up at right there. Daniel, what was the grade of that Bobby Orr rookie that sold last night for $91,000? I'm really curious. All right, guys. Bobby Witt Jr., 2022 Topps Chrome rookie orange refractor with the autograph, numbered 25 out of only 25 copies produced. It is a PSA 9. Autograph is right there. Autograph looks pretty perfect to me, Michael. $3,599. 51 bids on this already. What do you think of this Bobby Witt card?
Yeah, I mean, the dude signs perfectly every single time. Shout out. It's a pop 6 with only 4 higher, and there's a sale for $5K on my slabs last week. Like, I think we got a little room to go here. Royals are looking good, and he's right up there in MVP favorites. I mean, this is a hobby favorite. People love him, and he's so fun to watch. So I hope we get a little bit more bids on here, get to like 4,500.
Well, $38.99 to $41.49 to $43.59.99. I think we can say we got there, Michael. Pretty darn close. All right. And Prism Golds, they just always catch my eye. No wonder people love them. They are so eye-catching. This is the 2020 Prism Basketball Gold Prisms, numbered 4 out of the 10 copies produced. Luka Doncic. It is a PSA 8. And, I heard someone recently make the comment, Michael, that, maybe because he's with the Lakers and they wear the yellow and purple, the gold and purple, that the golds would be like, I don't know. That was a stretch to me. Did you hear that comment?
No, but I mean, like, the dude's on the Lakers. Of course his cards are going to go up. The Lakers have such a crazy fan base, and like, guys love gold prisms. You don't need to explain it too much, man.
Right. Exactly. Well, here we go, guys. $2,023, 8 seconds to go. 41 bids. There's a bid to 3,050 now. Still 3 seconds. That's 31.57. Looks like that's going to do it. 31.57 on the Luka Gold Prism from 2020. All right. Justin Herbert Kaboom from 2020 Absolute. It's a PSA 10. It's a Pop 28. Lots of Kabooms tonight, Michael. Do you have any clue? Did any of these come from the same consigner?
Yeah, a couple of them came from the same consigner. And, we do have a number of guys who do like using us for high-end kabooms, high-end inserts, just because of the fact that, going back to the beginning of the night, like, we monitor those auctions because those are obviously cards that get targeted by people who are trying to manipulate markets. And we crush those fake accounts and block them. And so your auctions go clean. So guys who have high-end case hits, they do like to send to us, which is awesome. And we love it.
Yeah. That's wonderful. All right, guys, $4,410, 35 bids on the Herbert Kaboom, PSA 10, Pop 28, 5 seconds to go. It's final opportunities now to get a bid in. $49.51 is going to take it home. Just going to take it home tonight. All right, guys. Mikey says, I think people are consolidating money into goats lately at Daniel. That's a fair comment. And Mikey says, been trying to buy Brady, Messi, Jordan, LeBron, and getting smoked at every auction. Joe Perot spies a Ruth. I spied that Ruth too, Joe. I sure did. But Mikey, I'm getting crushed at auctions too. Like when I'm trying to, maybe we are, maybe we're peaking right now. Who knows? Karl Malone, Panini Immaculate, game-worn logo man, guys, number 2 of 2, Immaculate from Immaculate Collection. This is a pretty card, Michael. It's a nice big logo man, nice, great full body shot of Malone. Your thoughts on this card?
Yeah, I love this. Immaculate just do so great with their logo man because that foil and the way that it frames the patch just looks awesome. The vertical patch and the vertical image, it's great. Last Malone logo man was a 1-of-1, did like 5,500, so we got some room to go. But 2
seconds, 4504, 4804 comes through and takes it. All right. Ooh, look at this. This is a really cool looking card. I don't know. Doesn't this kind of strike you? Like,
yeah, it's like the like vapor wavy 80s background with the gold vinyl. Like, it's cool. When I first saw this, I was like, that's weird. And then the second and third time you look at it, you go, oh no, that's actually really cool. Like, that's different. That's so unique.
And I like that he's kind of walking into the game. You know, this is pre-game, just walking in type of thing. 2023 Contenders Optic VIPs Gold Vinyl Prism Rookie. It's a 1-of-1 Victor Wembanyama from 2023. There's the stamp on the back right there. 1-of-1. You can see it right over there, guys. Michael, we're at 4,550 with 14 seconds left. Any guesses?
Yeah, another insert 1-of-1 did 5K. I think we'll get right there. This feels about right.
Well, 4,600 now, 4,700 now with 4,900 with 2 seconds to go, 5,100. That's going to do it. $5,100. I like that card. You know, usually I wouldn't, but I love the color of like that, I don't know, that reddish orange in the inside the frame there. Just a cool card. This is one of my favorites, guys. I own a copy of this card in my personal collection. This is the 1966 Topps Batman. This is the Black Bat set. It's a PSA 8. These cards are tough. This is considered the Batman rookie card, if we can call a fictional character a rookie. But this is the Batman rookie, guys. And this is a tough card to find in high grade. I would say in this case, Michael, PSA 8 is a high grade. If we look at the card, it's pretty nice. It's a little bit off-centered, a little bit low and to the left maybe, but not bad. Nice, clean, bright white border. This might look like it's a surface issue, but I do believe that little lightning there is on a lot of, if not all the copies. I'd have to look at my own to confirm that. I'm going to go do that right now, Michael. But we're at $2,550 on this. 33 bids, just under a minute to go. And yeah, Mikey, sick card. Michael says, now that Batman card, yeah, that is pretty cool. What are your thoughts on this, Michael, while I go look at my copy?
Yeah, I love these. It's such a great dynamic image. It's that classic golden age comic art. These are tougher grades than a lot of people think. I mean, obviously slightly lower quality paper stock. That orange back makes for a really tough edge grade, and centering is always tough on these. So they do a pretty wide range. Like you'll see 8s do like 3,500 to 5,500. And what's really cool is that this is Pop 63, 14 PSA 9s, but there are no 10s. I'm waiting for the day we see a 10 pop up.
That'd be crazy. And I am looking at my copy right now, picture on my phone. And yeah, my copy also features that kind of faded bottomness. So that is common. 29.25, 1 second to go. 2009-25 takes home the Black Batman rookie from 1966, you guys. Really, really great card right there, Michael. Jake Dahl said, I'm a huge Batman fan and been looking to get that Black Bat card, but probably something lower end. That's fine. You know, I have a nice PSA 3 also that I've been taking around from show to show. And I bought it because it was really nice for the grade, and that's going to happen. It's a great card. Welcome to everyone who's just joined us as well. We're about halfway through, and if you're watching on Instagram, please feel free to come on over to YouTube and join us over there. Get in on the action in the chat, guys. But the card at hand right now is this 1928. It's a W502. It's a hand cut Lou Gehrig. It says one bagger. What does that mean, Michael? Do you know what one bagger means in the title?
Yeah. So these W502s are strip cards that are given out in some kind of promotion. It's a little unclear, but as far as what people know, this was either kind of like, remember the Topps game, single, double, where, Mantle was a triple. Similar story, right? So it's either a game that you would play and you would try to win a fictional game of baseball by pulling the right players, or it corresponded to certain prizes that you could redeem your cards for.
Okay.
It's a little unclear. People have kind of gone back and forth on what they think it is. But obviously the big thing here, Gehrig, I mean, we typically call the 33 Gowdy the Gehrig rookie, but obviously he played for several years before that. So these pre-Gowdy Gehrigs are, typically these smaller strip cut or food issues. So really nice to see a clean photographic image of him. Pop 7. Not Pop 7. Pop 4 with one higher as PSA 7. So
amazing.
This is a sharp copy.
Pre-Gowdy, this is really cool, guys. 5,300 to 5,550 to 5,988. 2 seconds to go. Further action. 6,588 comes through in the final moment. Again, I think this is a special card, maybe under the radar, that I could only see going up in value over time. Personally, I mean, from what I know. All right, guys. Next up, 2020. We're going to fast forward 100 years now from to 2024 Prism vertical manga rookie card of Jaden Daniels. It is a PSA 10. It is a case hit. Michael, do you happen to know the population on this guy?
Yeah, so this is where'd that go? This is a Pop 15, and the last sale was for $8,700 a couple weeks ago.
Wow.
So I mean, this is one of the better case hits that you can get nowadays. It's kind of been growing in popularity a little bit. It's a great image of him. I think it's cool. I think it's fun.
It is pretty cool. I agree.
I mean, this dude, you talk about an amazing rookie season that just made people instant fans, spearheading that turnaround of the Commanders. Like, his market picked up and just got screaming red hot. And now that Prism's out, it shows really no signs of slowing down. And it looks like he's probably going to be the standout for 2024 as that rookie class. So we'll kind of see where this goes. I'd love to match that 8,700. I'd love to, that close to 9K. You got to hope for 9K, right? But realistically, I think like 8,250 is kind of where you'd want to be, because obviously with these, that pop ticks up bit by bit.
Exactly.
And that's a new release.
Yeah. So you're calling for 8,850. We'll see how close you get to that. Mikey says these mangas are cool. They're a retail only SSP now. So good to know right there. Starting in 24-25 Prism NBA, they're retail only as well. Thanks for that information. Mikey in the chat, 7 seconds now, 7,200 still. There it goes to 8,888, Michael. We get really close to $9,000. We bust through your target as well and get close to $9,000. Well done, sir. Well done. I'm going to give you the well done, even though you undershot it just a little bit. All right, guys. Our second hockey card of the night, we did earlier to Daniel A. We had a PSA 10 Brett Hull rookie, and now we have a PSA 10 Patrick Waugh O-Pee-Chee rookie card. It's a Pop 93, probably the most popular goalie rookie card in the history of hockey cards. I mean, of course, you got the George Vezina, and you got the Ken Dryden and the Terry Sawchuk. There are others, Jacques Plante, but this one, just, when it came out in like the peak of the hobby in the mid 80s, that, continued through the junk wax era. This is a very big card. Patrick Waugh, considered by many to be the #1 goalie in the history of hockey right here. So this is a key card. Let's have a quick look at it. Looked like from a distance, centering looks to be pretty bang on to me, Michael. It does have this little black dot right above my mouse right here, which a lot of people want to see on them. I don't think it's 100% necessary, but it does give some comfort. And it looks like a really nice copy. We're $6,900, Michael, 66 bids, so just over 40 seconds left. Now, I want to ask you, did you have the ability or the time to find any comp data on this? What have we seen these selling for lately?
Yeah, these do right around like kind of that low 7K range, like 7,200, 7,400. So we're sitting right about there. So in terms of, I know you called out the centering. Are you looking almost exclusively at centering for this when it comes to PSA 10s? Are you looking for registration issues? Like, what's the thing that somebody needs to look at when they see a 10 and go, is this actually a 10?
Yeah, I mean, centering and registration, probably, print, the boldness of the color. The top red border's a little bit light now that I look at that, but often it's really corners and edges. It's the typical the $7,000, by the way. We hit the 7 mark right there. But it's your typical 4 subgrade analysis, I would say. Now, this is a huge card. This is a big card, guys, because this card comes out of a dollar pack back in 1997, and people back then didn't realize that a card out of 100 was like what was the cat's meow, let's say. Now, this is the Michael Jordan from Hoops, high voltage 500. It is serially numbered. Where is it on? Yeah, right there at the top, out of 500 on the back of the card. It is a incredibly beautiful card when you look at it. Michael, the funny thing about this one is that it's a PSA 4. That's not high grade. That's like maybe the upper end of low grade, the bottom end of mid grade. As Andrew Marks says right here, the best card Hoops ever made. Like that is, I believe that to be the case. I think Andrew Marks is correct about that. That's why this PSA 4 card from 1997 is currently at a bid of $6,124, Michael, with 40 bids. And I'll tell you, as I look at it, it looks pretty good in 2 dimensions. Now, I don't know if there's scratches on the surface anywhere, but it looks really good to me. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have the chance to go and take a really close look at it. So obviously, don't want to say anything too glowing about condition. But it looks, like you said, in 2 dimension from afar, it looks good for a 4. And with a card like this, where like this is a card that people lock up in PCs, to an extent, if you're a Jordan collector, like you really don't care about the grade. Like a high grade would be nice, but to lock up one of the best looking Jordan inserts of the 90s is like, you just want to get it in the PC and upgrade when you can later down the road.
In any grade. 4 seconds, 6,124, 41 bids, 1 second, and we're going to stall out at $6,124. But I mean, to me, that's a good price, like a healthy price on a PSA 4 right there. All right. Juan Soto, Mr. $750 million contract. Juan Soto, I think it's over 8 with everything. Anyway, here we go. 2016 Bowman Chrome First Prospect Blue Refractor Auto, numbered 113 out of 150 copies that were produced. And this is a PSA 9. And, not sure why. It looks pretty sweet to me. Autograph looks really good as well. I'd say the autograph isn't bang on perfect. I'm seeing a little light top at the top of the right side of the U over there, but still a nice looking card with a nice looking autograph, Michael. 5,400. How does that current value sit with you? 5,600, 5,900. Guys, there's still over a minute left and the bids are coming fast and furious. 5,900. Let's just see if we are slowing down. Okay, the bids have slowed down now. 1 minute to go. Lots of time for Michael to share his thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, this is the spring training excitement. Last time this card sold was in November. Yankees were out of the playoffs. Juan Soto's market kind of stalled out because everybody's wondering, where's he going to go? We know he's a Met. We know he's a Met for life. We know they want to build that team around him. And people are hyped up because, I mean, he's already hitting nukes. And he looks good, and the team looked pretty good, and they had a decent offseason. So I think a lot of guys are really excited about Soto. You definitely look at that roster and you say there's a potential for him to add to that ring that he already has and kind of rack up 1 or 2 more championships over the next few years. So, and with how young he is, and there's a world where he ends that Mets deal and still gets a massive contract after that. Like, this kid is something special and unique. It's amazing.
4 seconds to go. $6,200, 24 bids. Final moment. $6,200 takes it home. All right, guys. Oh, wow. So when I looked at this card earlier, I didn't even realize that it was the numbered out of 77 version. And then I realized it. It took me a second to blink. But this is the BGS 8 2006 Fleer EX Essential Credentials Future Michael Jordan, guys. It's out of 77, as mentioned right there, 22 of 77. I can't imagine that this card is going to sit at this price for long, Michael, $3,494. To me, how is this not an absolute beast of a card? I think it is a beast of a card. Joe Perot almost tossed in an impulse bid on that high voltage. I don't blame you, Joe. And Mikey said that high voltage sold for less than the new PMG Michael Jordan that sold earlier tonight for $6.8K. Mikey says a 2024 with a damaged corner just sold for 6.8K tonight. Michael Hathaway, 3494 on this Essential Credentials Future Jordan. Your thoughts on this? Where can we see it go?
Yeah, this has got to go up. These typically do kind of around like that 6,500 mark. I would say that we're probably just sitting a little low because that's kind of the way that auctions can go. Sometimes the start of the night, people were really kind of coming out strong in the beginning, and now the bids are coming in later. I mean, hey, we've crossed the 4K mark, and it looks like it's probably going to roll in. This is just such a great looking card. I mean, obviously we talk about those true OG credentials as like such incredible defining cards of the era, but like those design cues stayed around into these later iterations and they still look awesome.
Awesome. So, I think we're going to have to see bids. $4,050. Where are the bids? How can they? 5423, 5,600. 5,600 is going to be the final price on that on 48 bids. What a card right there. Congrats to the owner. I think they got a pretty, I don't know comps on that, Mike, but I mean, that seems like a good price to me.
Yeah, that's a deal.
Yeah. Look at this dual on-card auto from 2008 Upper Deck Exquisite Enshrinements. LeBron James, Oscar Robertson. It is numbered out of 25. It is in a BGS 8.5 holder. Autographs receive the 10 grade from Beckett. Michael, what do you think of it when you take a modern guy like LeBron and a vintage guy like the Big O and put them together on a card? How do you like this piece?
I mean, it's great because obviously you've got two legends. I mean, you've got a great brand, nice looking card. And the thing that jumped out to me was just how bold these autos are. A lot of LeBron exquisites, because of how often they're in showcases, they're at shows, like they do start to lose a little bit of that boldness. And so when you see one that is like, I mean, it looks like this thing got opened up yesterday, right? I mean, this is a bold, beautiful auto. So you see something like that, and it's just those little details that jump out at you. So I think if you're a picky guy when it comes to auto quality, like this card is right up your alley. In terms of the pairing, like, I prefer what it is, guys who share a team, and there is kind of that storyline of like a passing of the torch, quite literally, passing the torch. Fantastic set. But I mean, obviously, anytime you have two Hall of Famers on there, you got to be happy with it. So the last time this card sold also was in 2020. So it's going to be fun just to kind of see where that market has gone.
Well, we got 15 seconds left, guys. 43 bids. We're at $4,378 on the dual auto LeBron James, Oscar Robertson. Now there's a bid to $5,301. 3 seconds to go right here. 2 seconds. Final moment. 5601 comes in. A cheeky little bid to 5601 in the final moments of the auction. Chris Hayes says, I remember losing on the high voltage MJ in a BGS 9 back in 2018 for $1,900. That PSA 4 sale adds some nice salt to the wound. We all feel your pain, Chris. We do for sure. Joe Pro says player empowerment links Big O and LeBron James right there. Yeah, for sure. All right. Tom Brady, 2019 National Treasures Material Game Used Jersey Auto, numbered 1 of 10. It's a PSA 8 with a 10 on the auto. The auto is very nice right there. There is the jersey piece right there. Looks good to me, Michael. $5,100, 37 bids, a minute 10 to go, 5,100. Mikey here says, once both guys are retired, who cares? Well, they're not retired yet, Mikey. So people care now, I think, because, when players are active, you get to enjoy their performance along with owning their cards. So right now it's a big deal, but I mean, when they're retired, it's a different thing for sure. All right, Michael, your thoughts on this Tom Brady?
It's cool. I mean, obviously you've got one of the premium brands of the hobby. Game-worn Brady patch autos are harder and harder to come by. I mean, guys do like to lock that up in their PC, and obviously there's not a huge supply of Brady gamers out there. So, the last time we sold one of these, it was actually a PSA 10. We sold it for a little over 10,000. A similar NT, not this exact subset, but a similar NT PSA 8 did 5,500 on Golden about a year ago. So I'd say we're right about there. You'd like to see a little bump, and it's a really nice auto also. That was the thing that jumped out to me. Pretty well formed for a modern Brady auto.
Agree. Looks great. 53.53 now, 2 seconds to go, 38 bids, 5,353 buys you the Brady auto piece right there tonight. All right, Shohei Ohtani with the autograph, 2018 Bowman Chrome pitching rookie autograph. This is raw. It is ungraded. It is out there showing everything it has. $6,900. Let's take a quick look at it. Centering looks good overall. Edges, corners, so far so good, I would say, as I go pretty quick through it. Yeah. Nice looking card, Michael, on the Shohei auto. How have these been doing in raw form?
Honestly, there really aren't that many raw sales because this is a card that people just typically go and get graded right away. Because, if you hit a lick, a BGS 9.5 does like $12,000. So, if you have a decent copy, you're going to do well. And even if you get hit with a lower grade, like a PSA 8, PSA 9, you're still talking like $8,000 to $9,000 range. So, this is one that typically you don't see raw, but obviously, we're always happy to sell raw cards for folks. Some people are old school and, they just like to deal with raw cards and we'll move it. And this is a really nice copy. The thing that jumps out to me is, Ohtani was a little streaky on some of these autos, and this one is really nice. It's very clean, very bold, no lifting, no streaking, which is, again, like one of those things that as you start dealing with cards like this, you got to get picky about those autos. And this is an auto that's going to pass every purity test in the book. So just a really nice. And then also this year, he's going to be back on the mound. He's going to be back to full two-way play. And I think the question is, do the Dodgers keep him on a leash or do they let him go all out and unanimous MVP again?
$6,900, 6 seconds left, 47 bids right now, down to 3 seconds, guys. Final opportunity. Looks like $6,900 is going to take home the Shohei auto, but I did agree with you. That was a really nice autograph on that card for sure. Look at the color match. Jaden Daniels from 2024 Panini Prism, first off the line, red shimmer rookie. 35 copies of this card were produced. This is number 3 of 35. It is a PSA 10, Michael. It's a good looking card. That color match, we talked about it earlier. We're at $3,999 right now with a minute and a half left, Michael. Do you have comp and pop data on this that you can share with me and everybody else watching along?
Yeah, so this is a pop 4, and there was one sale for $8,500, but that was a couple weeks ago when the card was still a pop 1 as a PSA 10. So I expect it'll go down a little bit. If I had to guess, I think you're kind of sitting around like $6,500. Would be kind of a gut feeling. Again, though, right? Yes, the pop has gone up, but it's still a low numbered color match parallel out of 35. Like, this card has a lot going for it. And it's just gorgeous. These shimmers, I know that typically the hobby and the market prefer trues, but shimmers look so good in hand and they really just pop in a certain way. And I think that there's some people out there who go, I don't care about the true versus shimmer. I'm just going to get the card that really speaks to me. And people can get some great deals, and this is one of them.
And Michael, I wonder if people will, with the additional focus on color match as of late, and I mean like really lately, as I've noticed, I wonder if people will say, you know what, okay, it's going to be true red, and then it's going to be red shimmer, and then it's going to be like maybe the other one, like maybe they'll go elsewhere after that, and if that will maybe push the shimmers up the ladder at all, I wonder. So yeah. 4150 here, guys. 4,750 now. There was a big bid 5 seconds ago. $6,700. We just jumped huge. 7,788. Mr. Michael Hathaway, the crystal ball. I got to get your thoughts on that. Are you happy with that?
I was happy when we were at 6,800. That's a great sale. And again, it just goes to show, like, yes, the pop goes up, but it's still card number 35. It's still PSA 10, and it's still a beautiful color match parallel.
Yeah, well, beautiful card. Great price on that one. Congratulations to both sides. All right. These are cool. Platinum medallions from 1998 Fleer Ultra. This is numbered out of 66. Peyton Manning, BGS 9.5. Michael, this is a rookie card as well. It's a pop 3. The subgrades, 395s and a 9. Pretty typical. The card looks so clean to me on the front. Looks beautiful on the back. There's a serial number, guys. 19 of 66. By the way, 1966 was Bobby Orr's rookie year, so huge value right there, guys. Huge value on the cross sport rookie year. Okay, anyway, $4,700 right now, Michael. What do you expect out of this? And do you have, we have the Pop 3. What do you expect the value to be?
Yeah, so we did sell a PSA 9 back in November for $3,600. The last time a 9.5 sold was about 2 years ago, and it did 4,000. So the fact that even the 9 is coming up there, we are quite literally beyond that 4,000 mark. I'd want to see like 5,250 to 5,500 is kind of what my gut would say. Great brand, very important parallel, great action shot. And I mean, these are tough grades. Pop 3 for 9.5. So I want to see a jump here.
All right, 4,700, 8 seconds left, guys, 28 bids. Will we see further action? There we go to 5,100, 2 seconds to go. 5,100 holds, takes it home. I think that's a great value right there. What a great looking card that is. And maybe like one of the best Peyton Manning rookie cards you could possibly own right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sick. So sick. All right, guys. Lionel Messi, 2018 Donruss Optic Autograph Gold Prism, number 2 of 3. 2 of 3, you guys. Look at that little sneaky serial number in the bottom left corner on the back there. Only 3 copies of this were produced. It's a 9.5 on the card, 10 for edges, which is nice to see. Edges, I like strong edges and surface. $4,850 right now with a minute 15 or so left. 60 bids so far. Have a quick look at the auto for ourselves. Basically perfect. I see no issues with that right there, Michael. What do you want to tell us about this card?
Yeah, I mean, this is gorgeous. It's stunning in hand. What I think is cool about this, typically you see, gold prism auto, gold prism, you go, oh, okay, it's out of 10. And then you flip it over and you see this is out of 3, and it's just that little bit of added rarity just, takes it up a notch. And Messi, I mean, he's one of the greatest of all times, obviously. But then you look at what he's doing and kind of that, he's past his peak, but what does he do? He doesn't go overseas and get the bag like Ronaldo does. Instead, he comes to the U.S. and is really growing the game here in the country and is ushering in kind of this new era in the MLS. And I think that as you look a couple of years down the line at like the legacy that he leaves behind, that's a huge plus. So I love this card. I think we're going to look at him as probably, the second most important player in the history of the game after Pele, maybe even the most important player in the history of the game. Yeah. So I hope this does like 6K, but no matter what it does, it's an incredible card and someone's going to be really happy.
4 seconds, 4,850, 60 bids, final opportunity, 1 second to go. No, it's going to hold at $4,850 right there. Mikey said that Manning Platinum Medallion has to be one of the best. I agree with you, Mikey. And Tacos and Teriyaki says, did his brother sign that? Speaking of the Messi, I've seen something about that, Michael. What do you know about that real quick?
Yeah, so with Messi, there are 2 versions of his auto. There's one with a loop and one with more of a triangle at the bottom. The triangle at the bottom, some people will say, is his brother's signature. You want to do your research, watch videos, watch pictures of him signing, because sometimes his auto form changes. And there's never been a definitive statement from any manufacturer either way. So it is one of those things where some people do their research and they feel comfortable buying loop autos and triangle autos. Other people, they only want to go one way. So
okay, all right,
yeah.
No, just curious because I didn't know much about it myself. I had heard something, but let's move on to this 1965 Topps Joe Namath rookie card. It is an SGC 7. It is at $7,425. It is a gorgeous specimen of cardboard. To me, this is one of the most iconic cards in the hobby. Maybe a top 20, Michael. Top 20, top 25 all time. This image is iconic. There's no doubt about it. I love the yellow. I love the green. I love the red. I love the image of Joe himself. And this one, it is sharp. I mean, those edges and corners are really, really nice. It is off-centered a little bit to the left, but top to bottom looks really good. And even though it's off-centered a little bit to the left, tall boys are always hard to find well-centered. It's just, I don't know if I've ever seen a perfectly centered one ever. Michael, what are your thoughts on this? We have 15 seconds until it ends.
I love this. It's such an amazing image. It's such a great card. It's such a great piece of football history.
Yeah.
This is actually a really strong price. Like these usually do around like $6,500. So I'm thrilled.
It's a great looking copy. 75-25, 75-25 holds on the Namath rookie. Guys, we got a great crowd in here tonight. By the way, Junk Wax Museum says that Namath card is one fine P. It really is. Hey, Junk Wax Museum, I completely agree. Just want to thank everybody for joining us here tonight on MC Mondays Live, the showcase edition. We do this pretty much a third Monday of every month. And it's a ton of fun, guys. The most action in hobby content. If you are watching on Instagram right now, I see 3 of you over there. Coming over to YouTube. Join the chat over there, guys. There's a link in my bio to the YouTube stream. The 04 store says Joe Namath has more career interceptions and touchdowns. Eli belongs in the Hall of Fame. Fair comments right there. All right, Michael, let's move on. Oh, we got 120 people with us right now between YouTube and Twitter. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. Now, Michael, this is an amazingly beautiful Ken Griffey Jr. card. This is the 1997 totally certified platinum gold, numbered out of 30. It's a PSA 10 Pop 5, and I'm usually not a huge fan of platinum golds, at least the mirror golds that I see in hockey and maybe even in baseball too, but this looks good to me. It's got the peel on it still. A lot of people really like that. It's how it came out of the pack. $6,200, Michael, 27 bids. 40 seconds left. What are you expecting on this?
I mean, this is already higher than the last sale, which was $5,900, but that was in May of 2023. The Griffey insert mania has cooled down since then. But I mean, guys go hardcore for PSA 10 rare Griffies. And this is a gorgeous, gorgeous card. I mean, the way that the light moves over these, the way that it works, those circular patterns, it really is unique and it's really cool. I don't know how much higher than this will go, but again, like some Griffey guys will go hardcore on that card. 7's not out of the question.
All right, we're at $6,400 with 3 seconds to go. 28 bids, $6,556 now. Looks like that'll do it. $6,556. That I think that's got to be like, we can call that a Griffey Grail. Only 30 of them in a PSA 10 holder. Platinum gold. Amazing. All right, guys, here is another Lionel Messi autograph. This one is from Topps Dynasty UEFA. It's a match-worn jersey patch, black. It's called the Auto Black, numbered out of 5. This is numbered 1 of 5. It is in raw, uncirculated condition, and Auto looks good. A little streaky on the tail there, but overall, he did carry it all the way to the end, so that's good to see, Michael. We are sitting right now at $4,150, 31 bids, minute 15 or so left to go. Now, Michael, we've seen our share of Topps Dynasty cards here on MC Mondays showcase style, and they're always really, really nice. This one it's pretty nice. I could use maybe one more color in that patch, but I mean, there's not a lot to work with there. What are your thoughts on this card? How do you like the price so far?
I mean, this is a great piece. Dynasty has been massive in soccer. You know, the reality is that soccer fans have largely kind of gotten the short end of the stick. You really have to choose, okay, I'm either going to get non-auto game-worn cards, maybe. I'm going to get sticker autos, and it's just so rare to get that combination of match-worn and on-card autos. And Topps just blew it out of the water. They completely killed it. Great patches, on-card autos, really clean autos, such a great checklist. And that's why you've seen them flock to this set. I mean, Topps Dynasty prices in soccer are insane, but it's for good reason. This is probably the best product that the sport has seen in like years. This is a nice patch for Messi. It's a really nice, well-formed auto for Messi. I think we get a little bit higher towards like that 4,500 range, and this is just a great piece.
5 seconds to get there. 4,150 still. Is it going to happen? One more moment to go. No further action. 4,150 on the Messi tonight. Okay, Joe Perot spied this one earlier. I spied this one earlier as well. My favorite card in the hobby. I think I can fairly call this that. I bought myself a copy in a very similar grade back in August. I also have a PSA 1. Mine does not have the MK designation, though. Let me tell you what this is, guys. If you can't read for yourself, this is the 1933 Gaudy Baseball Babe Ruth, number 144, one of the 4 Babes in the set. It is a PSA 1 with the MK designation, meaning there's some writing on it somewhere. And right there, someone put it almost looks like graffiti or something with some pencil, it looks like. But that is what is causing the MK designation. There's also looks like a little pen mark or something right over there. We have a crease coming through over here, which is, obviously typical for a PSA 1. You can see it coming through the front there. Some bendish crease things. But if you can, these are obviously there, Michael, right? You have this bit of a scratch on the surface, the crease, the bend. But if you just kind of, scale back, zoom out a little bit, this is a very nice copy of the card. The writing on the back, I don't even know if that really bothers me that much. Like, I prefer without, of course. I mean, duh. But this card presents well. It has what we call in the sports cards live world and family and community sexy corners, because look at those 4 corners, guys. They are nicely rounded and basically uniform. I love that. It is off center a bit to the right. Nice looking card overall, 53.35. Michael, any thoughts from you on this?
Yeah, this is gorgeous. I mean, like you said, the creases are there. You got to live with it, but they, besides that, it's great eye appeal. And this is the best looking Gaudi Ruth in the set. It's incredible, and I love it.
Well, we've had another bid to 54.35. 3 seconds now, guys. 59.36 is going to do it. $5,936 on the Gaudi Babe Ruth number 144. This guy's favorite card in the hobby. I'm kind of, pretty sure I feel that way. All right, guys. All right. I'll tell you what, my copy is my favorite card in my whole collection. Hey, here's another W502 pre-Gaudi Babe Ruth. We had the Lou Gehrig earlier. This is the PSA 4. This one looks as good as the Gehrig did earlier to me, Michael. It's also the one bagger. Says it right there. Maybe this had something to do with a game that you were meant to play with these W502s. It's from 1928. It's hand cut. And what a great image of the Babe right there. He looks young. He actually looks young. He never looks young to me. He looks young here, Michael. $5,506, 49 bids, just over a minute left. Did you take a look at this card? Did you find any comp or pop data on this?
Yeah, so, these are pretty much all kind of low to mid grades in terms of the pops. So price really varies. You're going to look at, there was 5,600 for PSA 3, but then a month later, a PSA Authentic did 6,000. So it really is just about getting the Ruth into the collection. And like we said, right, pre-Gaudi Ruth, same story as the pre-Gaudi Gehrigs. They're not that common. They're typically these smaller, harder to find issues. And so it really is that paradigm of you just get the card, you upgrade when you can, you look piece by piece and make the decision. So given how all over the place they are, I'm happy with this. I want us to crack 6, obviously. We're close.
We're at 5. I'm kind of or you don't upgrade, or you're just happy with the beautiful card in a 4 holder that looks stronger than a 4. I think this is really, really cool here. 5 seconds left. There's some bids to 62 and a quarter. Now, $9,988. Mr. Michael Hathaway, your estimate is blown out of the water, and we couldn't be happier. $9,988. All right. Joe Perot is taking issue with how much we talked about the number 144. He's kidding. He loves it too. Put some respect on. Joe knows I love the 53 as well. Absolutely love the 53. The card number 53, 1933 Gaudi Babe Ruth. All right. Our second Michael Jordan PMG of the night. This one, though, is from 2008. It's from Skybox Metal Universe. It is a PSA 5. It is number 39 of 50. That's the one difference with these PMGs from 08. The reds are out of 50. Now, this has definitely some surface bubbling type of issues. Maybe, I don't know if that's foil peeling or lightening. I'm not exactly sure what's going on there, but appropriately graded as a 5, I would say, Michael. $4,405 still, which is pretty cool. Mikey says he's never even seen this PMG before. I would say they are the least popular PMGs. Michael, do you agree? And what else do you think of this card?
I would definitely say so. And I think one, kind of the tail end of Metal Universe, this wasn't a big release as a whole, unlike Metal Universe in the 90s was such a core brand. And the other thing is that, these had a lot of surface issues, production problems. Like a 5 is actually really typical for these. So, and that's why you're seeing people are still paying strong for a 5. Some guys just like their 90s PMGs. They look at this thing and go, that's cool. Maybe I'll get one day, but I'm going to stick to the 90s. But it's a Jordan PMG. It's a color match. It's a red. And it does pop in person. So, we'll see. The last 5 did 7,800, so we got a little bit of room to go, but people still pay for these.
All right, here we go. 5 seconds left, guys. Final opportunity. There's a bid to 5102. Is that going to do it? I think 5302. Another cheeky bid comes through, and I have to say to Mr. Hathaway, the crystal ball, when I say cheeky bid, do I owe you a royalty every time I say that, or are we good?
We'll figure it out. We'll take it to probate court. You know,
All right.
Send me a contract.
Send me a contract. All right, guys. Next up, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the best player in the NBA. 2018 Contenders Optic Rookie Gold Auto numbered 1 of 10. It's a PSA 8. I love it. I really do. I like the on-card auto. I like the Rookie Contender Golds. This is a nice looking card. You know, the only improvement I might have on this card is that this like lower triangle that's kind of light and faded white, Michael, like that milky color. I almost would have preferred if there was maybe a little bit less of that and more of the color background. Just a little nitpick I'm saying as far as my own aesthetic preference, but I really do like this card. It says it's a PSA 8. You know, I see some dimples maybe in the stock right there, but that doesn't really bother me. If that's what's causing it, maybe another one right there. If that's what's causing it, like I don't mind some dimples that much. You know, it's kind of like freckles on you know, on your, I don't want to get into say, you know what I was going to say, you know, like I don't mind it. What about you, Michael? We're at $9,500, 40 seconds left, 39 bids. What do you think of this card and the value right now?
Yeah, you know, I think when it comes to a rare low number card like this, and you see a PSA 8, I think there are times when you look at it and go, oh, there's a crease, oh, there's a really bad gash in it, and you steer clear from it. You say, I'll bide my time. But I think you're right. You know, you see a little bit of surface dimpling here, and you go, you know what, not that big a deal. Doesn't detract from the card visually. I know what I'm getting into. Now, the last time this card sold, this exact copy, $7,500 a couple months ago. So we'll take it.
Well, he's been on the up and up, right? 9,600 guys, 3 seconds left, 40 bids, final chance, and that's going to do it. 9,600 on the SGA Contenders Ticket Auto. I love it. Numbered out of 10 gold. What a card. What a card. Speaking of gold prisms, this is the original. This is the OG. This is the 2012 Panini Prism, Gold Prisms, Karl Malone, numbered 5 of 10. It's a pop 2. 2 of 10 copies, Michael. $5,988 right now. You know, these are grails. These are true grails. I mean, numbered right there. It's hard to see, but it's above his name in the picture on the bicep there. And this is a great looking card of his. I love, you know, the nice blue jersey. You've got that blue refracting light coming off just over his right corner, which does change as you move the card around. But it's just I love 2012 Prism Gold. I really do. I don't own any from basketball. I have one from hockey. Love it. We're at 5,988 right now. 45 bids, just under a minute left, Michael. What do you think? We know it's a pop 2. What are your thoughts on the value and anything else about this card?
So PSA 10 has never sold publicly for the Malone. The closest is going to be 4,500 for an SGC 9.5, and that was back in 2022. I mean, these pop up once every like 2-3 years. So you're talking about this is you got to be ready to shove the chips in.
Yeah.
It's Karl Malone. I mean, not necessarily the guy that you think of when you think of 2012 Prism. Not the guy who has the biggest hobby market, but it's a pop 2 PSA 10 gold prism from 2012. Like that checks so many boxes. And yeah, I mean, there is some serious 2012 gold collectors. So I think you definitely cross the 7K mark. I think 8K is doable. I think the big question is, do you hit 10?
$12,081 comes through. You were lowballing it, Mr. Crystal Ball. $12,081. And on Instagram, Rabbit Hole Cards says the OG makes it even more special. I agree, Rabbit Hole. Welcome to the show. If you're watching on Instagram, guys, coming over to YouTube, it is where the action is at. We got the chat going. Mikey is going crazy in the chat. Unreal card. Never seen those go up for sale, really. I agree. Maybe Nat Turner is bidding on this one. He might be. I mean, these are absolute grail monsters. We need a level above grail, and I'm going to start calling it grail monsters. No, that's not going to stick. All right, guys, let's keep on moving on. Let's move on. Chet Holmgren,
incredible card.
The Malone.
Oh yeah, that's just I can't get over that. I mean,
I know.
Never a PSA 10 sale in public. One sale every
$12,000.
2-3 years. Just amazing.
12K. All right, guys. Chet Holmgren. God, is he scrawny. 2022 National Treasures Rookie Patch Auto Gold first off the line. 24 copies produced. This is number 5. It's a BGS 8.5. It's got a very nice patch. Autograph is beautiful. It's a great picture. I mean, I don't know. This is a nice looking card. I love the foil on these two. Michael, we are sitting at 4,155. Any comp or pop data you can share with us?
That was a shot at Chet Holmgren. It's hard to put on muscle when you're like 8'10".
Tell me if I'm 6'6". Tell me about it.
Pop 2. The closest kind of comps are going to be the True Gold out of 10 sold for $14K. A PSA 8 of the Fodl did $5,000 a couple months ago. When his future was still looking a little unclear. I think we kind of go more towards the PSA 8, but in between there. So I'm thinking, kind of 6K is where you'd want to see it.
It does have 10 for centering on the subs. 2 seconds left, 41.55. Looks like we're not going to see further action. 32 bids. Takes it home at 41.55. Scorpion Wins says some people have too much money. Lots of people, I would say, Scorpion. Lots of people have too much money these days. I don't know where it all comes from, but yeah, there is a lot of money being thrown around regularly on this cardboard for sure. The 04 store calls Chet Holmgren Wemby Jr. Who's taller? I mean, is Wemby a lot taller than Chet, or do you know, Michael?
I have no clue.
Tacos and teriyaki had the same thought I did too. Scrawny. Yeah. All right, let's go to the next card while we're looking up their relative heights, though. Chet versus Wemby.
Wembanyama is taller. 7'3" versus 7'1".
So 2 inches. So what? Chet 7'1", Wemby 7'3".
7'3",
Yeah. Okay, so Wemby Jr. is a fair comment from the 04 store for sure. What's up, D-Nugs? I've seen you in there. Welcome to the show as well. All right, guys. Next up is a Giannis Antetokounmpo 2013 Immaculate Rookie Patch Auto, numbered out of 99. Again, a card we've probably seen 20 of these, Michael, over the past year we've been doing MC Showcase. And, I love the Immaculate. I like this more than the NT personally, Michael. $6,500. This is a true mint plus. It's a BGS 9, but it's 9.5 on centering. $6,500. What are you expecting on this one, Michael?
Yeah, I mean, to the design, I agree. I like the design. You have the full shot of Giannis, but NT just has so much brand equity. In terms of comp, kind of you're looking at 7K for the last PSA 9. The last BGS 9 did 5,700. So, I mean, hey, we're already at a pretty nice number compared to that. I don't know how much higher we'll go. I think this is a nice number to sit at.
All right. Well, 6,500, 4 seconds left, 55 bids, 6,600, $7,050. Mr. Hathaway, we get there. We crack the 7 mark. Linda's first son, Michael. Yes, I am a hair under 6'6". What's up, Yitz? Welcome to the show, buddy. All right. We are coming. Man, this has gone by quick. We have 6 more cards to go only. And one of them is this absolute monster. I'm not going to call it a Grail monster. I'm just going to call it a monster. It is a 2018 Topps Chrome Rookie Blue Refractor Auto, Shohei Ohtani. This comes in a BGS 10 pristine holder. All 10 subgrades except surface at a 9.5. Auto is really nice. It lightens up a tad when it comes into the name bar area. Let's have a look at the back. There it is, 29 of 150. Nathan McKinnon's jersey number for anyone who follows hockey, and I know more of you do now than ever. $22,200. Brett S says a lazy 356 watchers on this card here right now. That is a ton, Michael. That is a ton. That Shohei is hot, says Jason Pringle. Welcome to the show, Jason. Michael, 22-2. Is this what you were expecting or what?
This is really strong. The last BGS 10 did $15,000. So, I mean, we're crushing this. And usually these do not trade at a premium to the PSA 10s. There's actually 8 BGS 10s. There's more than you'd expect. PSA 10 just sold for 20 grand. So we're already, a nice little 10% over, which is a nice premium than you'd normally see. Gorgeous card, color contrast to the jersey, really clean signature. And come on, it's so tiny. The dude's a goat. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll go any higher than this, but I'm excited.
It's interesting that BGS 10s used to carry a huge premium on PSA 10s. It's leveled out now, but maybe it's going to separate again here. 3 seconds left, guys. 22.2. Looks like that might be it. 73 bids, $22,200 on the Shohei. Now, this is a beast of a card, guys. This is what I would call a savvy purchase, a value purchase, a smart purchase, and let me tell you why. This is a 2005-6 Upper Deck Ultimate Debut Threads rookie patch auto of Alexander Ovechkin. Now, his cup RPA is out of 99, and it sells for 6 to 10 times what this is selling for. This is an on-card auto. Now, the one thing I'm not sure is what about the patch? This is okay. It's from a photo shoot where I guess his RPA, I believe Ovechkin's RPA is actually game use. So there is some justification for the gap. However, there's only 10 of these made. And it is beautiful, in my opinion. This is beautiful. Adam Gray, the Real 27 guy today on Instagram, called this the perfect card. I think he's talking foil, aesthetic, full body shot, nice 3-color patch, beautiful autograph right there, as you can see. It grades out as a BGS Mint 9. We have 10 centering to go along with it, and 05 Ultimate is a beautiful set overall. The 04 store says it's a gorgeous card. D Nugs, hell yeah, I'd buy this in a heartbeat. Also, he's 13 goals away actually right now, I believe. D Nugs, Michael, 8100. Throw in some thoughts. I took up a lot of the time there.
I mean, I love it. I love it. It's such a great card. The patch is awesome. It's got a little bit of texture, 3 colors. It's just great. And then a nice on-card auto. I love this. And I mean, it's also a really good size patch. I mean, a lot of Ovechkin's rookie patch autos are those really small, little tiny windows. You get a hearty patch here. So, I mean,
we had a couple nibbles from 81 to 83. 2 seconds to go. 10-1 now. 10,000 to 11-2. 11-2 takes it home. And I have to say, Abe Douchey here says, perfect card, can't have non-game use patch. Still beautiful. I agree. I would prefer game use, but it's still a beautiful, beautiful piece. Scorpion says, yeah, but it's Ultimate, not the cup. I say, who cares? Ultimate makes some nice cards. To me, that's just like a groupthink sort of thing more than anything. All right, guys. Next up, 2022 Flawless Vertical Rookie Game Worn RPA Paulo Banchero. Michael, Emerald, numbered 3 of 5. It is in raw, uncirculated condition, meaning it still has the manufacturer's sticker, keeping it closed in the one touch. $13,099 right now, Michael. 38 bids, just over a minute left to go. I love the patch, first of all. You've got stitching, angles, colors. You even got a little bit of blue coming down off of in the jersey down there. A perfect auto. Now, he doesn't have the fanciest auto, but it is laid down absolutely perfectly. Michael, this is a nice Paulo card. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I love this. Like you said, I mean, the patch really is what's going to stand out here. You got a 4-color patch, and like you said, you just get that little bit of pinstripe showing. Yeah, the Magic have really great jerseys. Like, if you think of a jersey that's made for good patches, like the Magic jersey would be it. Tons of color, tons of layering on the lettering. Really fun pinstripes in there. The secondary and tertiary colors are great. So shout out to the Magic uniform designers. But this is a great card. Paulo is awesome. Magic, solid year, not insane, but he's been playing great. And just a dude who's so exciting and so dynamic on the court. And the hobby has really taken a love to him. The last time one of these sold, it did $15K. Tough mark to match, but we'll kind of see what happens in the last 5 seconds here.
Here we go. $13,099, $13,950. 1 second. $13,950. Wow. That's just wow. There are so many cards to buy, and there is so much money in this hobby, guys. It's kind of mind-blowing when you think about it. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. 99 people on YouTube right now, over 25 on Twitter, and 5 of you guys on Instagram. Come on over to YouTube, Instagram. Come on over. I see you there, and I'm glad that you are, in fact, with us anywhere. All right, guys, 2019 Flawless Rookie Game Used. I love how it's not just an RPA, but it's a game used RPA. Ja Morant, numbered 3 of 5, Emerald, 2019, 10 on the card, 10 on the auto from PSA, $14,544 right now. Michael, has Jaw come out of all of that negativity that was surrounding him for so long? Has he redeemed himself?
Yeah, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, if you play well, people will ignore a lot of things. And, there hasn't been anything off court, and he's been playing amazing. And so as a result, it feels like the hobby has really kind of moved on. I think it'll be interesting in terms of if you were thinking about cards from like an investment perspective, do you feel comfortable with that? Or are you thinking in the back of your head, how long until there's another off court incident? But in terms of just general collectors, I think people are kind of, it happened. These things happen. And they're just excited to watch him play at like this insanely high level.
These
the
things
last
happen.
time,
Flashing firearms, it happens. Yeah.
it's all good. Who among us hasn't? The last time one of these sold, it did 19,000. That was about 2 years ago, so it's been a while. Gold did 15,000, so we'll see where we go. I want to see a little bit of bids come in here.
All right, 5 seconds to let's see it happen. 14,544. 2 seconds to go. 14,544 is going to hold. We don't get any further bids, Michael. But I think that's still a healthy price for that card myself right there. Scorpion Win says, you say Paolo, I say Derrick Rose. That made me chuckle. Linda's first. Chicago Blackhawks jerseys have the absolute best patches. Can't argue that. Yeah. And Brett S says, buying young NBA high-end cards has to be some risky investments. Lots of risk takers out there. Lots of money, lots of risk takers, and people love to watch players play while they hold their cards. Now, this is the second last card of the night, Mike. Let's take a sneak peek on the last card. It's a Giannis NTRPA will be the last one. But the second last card, which is just a hair under what the Giannis is at, is this 1996 Topps Chrome Refractor rookie card of Kobe Bryant. Mamba Mentality. It is a BGS 9 mint condition. It's got all sorts. Look at these. It's got 395s on corners, centering, and edges. Surface is an 8.5. If that surface was bumped up a half a point, this would be a gem mint 9.5 BGS copy. Minimal greening, I think. Oh, maybe there is. Maybe the arm is greened and a bit of the head there, but that happens, as we well know. 17,322. Michael, take it away.
Yeah, in terms of the greening, this feels like it's kind of smack dab in the middle. Like it's not atrocious. It's definitely there. And I think it's just a question of how much do you as a collector care about that. In terms of value, we're doing great here. And like you called out, those subgrades are awesome. Yeah. And that's why we're really coming up on like one of the best numbers that you can get for a BGS 9. Last two did 18K for really high subs and then 13K for kind of run of the mill. And a 9.5 runs you about 50 grand. So is that extra half grade worth 30K?
Not for me, I tell you. There's another bid to 18,770. Final moment, $18,770 on the Kobe Topps Chrome Refractor rookie card in a BGS 9 holder. And our final card of the night, Michael, where does this night go? I come in, I think to myself, we've got about an hour and a half to get through 56 cards. I like these 2-minute gaps, though. It gives me time to just, talk a bit of gibberish, have a bit of fun, and then you get in with the analysis. And man, I'm kind of sad. I wish there were 10 more cards. In any event, there are not 10 more cards. So we're going to get on with things. No more. Stop it, Jeremy. Enough gibberish. We have a 2013 National Treasures RPA Giannis Antetokounmpo, numbered out of 25. It's the gold, Michael. It's a BGS 8.5. The patch is really cool. Some letters right there. And the autograph is super, super bold. The card grades out an 8.5. Surface, the weakness at 7.5, but edges the strength at 9.5. There's the back of the card. Where is the serial number right there? 19 out of 25. 1925 is the same year of that Gehrig and Babe Ruth card we saw earlier. Michael, just saying. We're at $20,100. Michael, over to you.
Yeah, so the last time that we saw a gold sell, it was an SGC 8.5 in March of last year. Did 29 grand. And, we talked about this a little bit earlier in the show. The weird thing with Giannis's market, like the dude is doing all the right things, creating a great legacy, and yet his cards are kind of on this gradual sliding down. So I don't think we'll see 29,000. I hope we get to kind of like 26 would be my gut feeling. This is a solid patch. They have some okay patches, some bad patches. This is good.
I'm gonna hope for 22,750. That's where I'm at. That's what I'm thinking. 3 seconds, 20,000, 22,211, 22,211. I'm going to take the crystal ball throne on that one right now. I'm $500 away, but I'm going to take the crystal ball throne. Kreutzer here says, I wish he would spell out his entire name in his auto. You say ha ha, I say ho ho. Like I wish he would too. I really do. That would be cool. But no, you get the G and the A. Still a very good card. 22,211, Michael. I think that's where it was meant to end tonight. I really do. So, guys, look. Go ahead. What do you think?
I was gonna say I undershoot so many cards, and then all of a sudden, man, the biggest card of the night that you really want to see some fireworks on sits. But I mean, it's a gold, and NT is such a weird brand where like every other brand in the hobby, as the parallel gets rare and the number gets lower, the value goes up. But NT, everyone's like, I just want the out of 99 true, and it's one of those odd little paradoxes of the hobby.
It is. It really. Scorpion Wind says, Giannis needs to be playing in a bigger market. Do you agree with that?
I mean, we talked about this.
He needs to be, but for the cards to do better.
Yeah, hobby value. I mean, we talked about this, right? Luka's cards are definitely, and I mean, Luka was already the hobby darling. His cards are seeing an upward trend because he's playing for the Lakers now. It's just the reality of the market that if you play in a city that has 2.5 million people in its metro, your cards are going to do less than when you play in a city that has 10.5 million people in its metro. Jalen Brunson goes to New York, cards go up.
Yeah, and if it has Hollywood in its metro, I think that helps cards as well when you go to LA. Junkwax Museum enjoyed the show. Thank you, Junkwax Museum. Appreciate you tuning in for sure. Still 115 people with us, guys. It's a great crowd tonight. I want to thank everybody for joining us, whether you did come to us through the recruiting efforts on Instagram, you're with us on X, you're with us on YouTube. We are grateful for your time, for your attention, for your submission, for your consignments to MC Sports Cards, for your bidding and purchases on MC Sports Cards eBay account. Michael, you want to consign your cards with MC Sports Cards. Michael, how do they do that?
Yeah, so easiest way to do it is to go to our website down below, mcsportscards.com. We have a wonderful submission portal. It not only can you punch in all the info of the cards that you're going to send, but once they do come to us, we're going to tell you what the status of your submission is. You're going to be able to get links to all of your listings. And the best part is that after those listings end, you're going to be able to take a quick glance at that consignment portal and see, has this card been paid? Am I still waiting on this card getting paid? Is my payout ready for me? So in terms of just that ease of process, it's so great. Now, if you kind of want to talk to us a little bit about, hey, I have, an interesting card for consignment. I want to know what the difference between showcase versus regular auction is. Feel free to reach out on Instagram, consign_with_MC. We're always ready to kind of talk people through this. Obviously, accessing eBay and the liquidity that it gives you, it's the biggest marketplace for cards in the world, but you want to make sure you do things right. So if you have a special card, if you have, large consignment, and you just want to talk through logistics, we're always ready to talk. We're always ready to give that helping hand. But definitely, website down below, that is going to be your go-to. And obviously, once you're in the system, that's really where you're going to be living. So get used to it because it is a great website and it makes the whole process so much easier.
Check it out, guys. Check it out. Do some work with these guys. You see, and if your card makes it onto an MC Mondays Showcase edition here, we will cover it live here on Sports Cards Live, MC Mondays Live Showcase style. Thank you. Linda's First has said another great MC Monday. You are welcome. Thank you for joining us. Yitz is hungry. He needs to pick up something tonight. I know that there were some things he was looking for, and he just maybe got outbid on them. Robert Scott says, don't forget to hit that like button and tip your server. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Robert Scott. I appreciate you putting that reminder out there. Feel free, guys. If you're not yet subscribed to Sports Cards Live, please take a moment. Subscribe to the channel. Lots of great content coming to you through here. Jeff McMahon, thank you as always for being here in the audience. I greatly appreciate you. Good night to you. Good night to everyone else. Michael, great show. Fun auction. Went by way too fast. Good afternoon, Brett S. from Down Under. Thank you for joining us. Good to see you there as always. Michael, great to see you, buddy. Appreciate you doing the show with me as always. We're this is MC Showcase number 11. We'll be doing 12 next month and continuing on. So good times, everybody. Thank you. You ready to end this? Anything else you want to mention?
No, I mean, just great cards. And yeah, we're already getting in some great submissions for the 12th. I mean, that'll be the 1 year mark of the showcase. So we're hoping it's going to be great. And, you know, if you guys have any serious grails or grail monsters, send them on in.
Grail monsters. It's sticking. Yes. Great. Guys, if you weren't here earlier, grail monsters are one level above grail. It's now called the Grail Monster. Michael, thank you so much for joining me, guys. Check out mcsportscards.com, everybody. Make sure you're following them on Instagram, MC Sports Cards, at MC Sports Cards, at consign _. You share the consign
_with_.
Thank you. _MC, guys. With that, everybody, on February the 24th, 2025, on behalf of the Crystal Ball, Mr. Michael Hathaway, and myself, this episode of MC Mondays Live here on Sports Cards Live YouTube channel is now over.